Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie. I'm so excited for today's TBR because as you can tell, we're going to be blindly choosing our February TBR. I saw my friend Alexa do this and I have never done it before and it sounded like so much fun not knowing the books that you're going to be choosing. So I decided to have Jensen wrap all of my TBR carts. I obviously have an idea of what's on the cart, but I don't know the order at all because she wrapped them all and then we put them on here randomly. They're all in a different order from what I had them previously. I'm so excited. She did such a good job. So thank you for wrapping them. I have 26 books here on my TBR cart. I obviously have 26 numbers in here. So we're going to go through and choose a bunch. I'm honestly very proud of myself because in January for my TBR cart, we did a series that I'm in the middle of and I honestly read most of the books I had picked out in that video. I didn't get to a few of them. I'm very proud of myself that I did stick to the TBR and read most of the books that were on that TBR, so I'm really hoping to do the same with this one. A lot of romance books, obviously, because it's February, the month of love, and I love a romance. We have a couple thrillers and I think a couple like romantic-y books. I'm very excited to dive into it, so let's get into it. Book number 1 on the February TBR. Let's see which number we get. Our first number is number 21. Okay, this is so exciting. Oh, guys, I have to show you. Look at my nails. I got my nails done yesterday and my nail artist kills it every single time. She is so talented and I will just bring her a bunch of pictures and she will put them all together and make my nail dreams come true. So shout out to her because I love her so much and she kills it every single time. But I had to show you guys the little February nails because I'm obsessed with them. Back to the TBR. 21 is our first book. So let's see what we have. I numbered them all in the cart so it makes it easier. This is number 21. This is the little wrapping paper that Jensen has for this one. Let's open her up and see. Oh, I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? I'm very excited. Ah! Okay. This book is called The Honey Witch by Sydney Shields. I've never read from this author before, but I saw this book in a small bookstore in my town. Look at this cover. It's so stunning. I was drawn to it strictly from the cover and then read the back. I found out that this book is a queer fantasy book. What can get better than that? So I'm so excited to read this. This book is about Marigold. Her grandmother whisks her away to this island one day and tells her that she can be the next Honey Witch. But the problem with being the Honey Witch is you cannot fall in love. So she has this newfound independence and magic as she's trained as the next Honey Witch, but she can't fall in love, or so they think. But then shows up Lottie Burke, which I am obsessed with the name Lottie. I've like had that on my baby names list forever. I think that's the cutest name ever. But Lottie shows up and she is a skeptic. Marigold wants to prove to Lottie that magic is real, and that comes with the risk of losing her home and her heart. I found out this was a queer book and I was sold. I'm so excited to read this. It's a perfect first book for February. So first book of February TBR is The Honey Witch. Book number 2, let's see which number we pull. Book number 2 is number 16. Let's see, number 16. Okay, this wrapping paper is the cutest wrapping paper I've ever found. I actually got it for her best friend's birthday. She just had a birthday in January and I wrapped all her gifts with it because it's very much her and I love this wrapping paper. It's so cute. It's birthday wrapping paper, but we just decided to use it today as well. This is number 16. Let's see what she is. It's like unboxing Sunny Angels. I kind of don't want to look. I want you guys to see first, so let's see. Let's do a true blind unboxing. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is it? Ooh, okay, this is The Air He Breathes by Brittany Cherry. I was actually recommended this book by Shaughnessy, who I went on a trip with last summer, and I haven't picked it up yet, but I've really been wanting to, so this is absolutely perfect. Actually, someone recently on a video recommended this book to me and said that they thought I would really enjoy it. I feel like you guys know me, know my taste in books, so I think this will be a win for sure. First off, look at the art inside. It's so pretty. I also did not realize this until I just opened the front page, but this is a signed copy and I had no idea. It says, "Dear reader, may Tristan and Lizzie feel parts of you that you didn't know were broken. Don't forget to breathe." That is so cute. That is so freaking cute. I didn't even know this was signed. Oh my gosh, that makes it that much better. This story honestly doesn't give a lot about what it's about, so let's read the back together. It says, "It's easy to judge a man because of his past, to look at Tristan and see a monster. But I couldn't do that. I had to accept the wreckage that lived inside of him because it also lived inside of me. We were both empty. We were both looking for something else, something more. We both wanted to put together the shattered pieces of our yesterdays." I honestly honestly don't really know too much about this book. It says a haunting love story on the front. Obviously some type of romance book. I feel like it's going to go a lot deeper than most romance books. I don't think it's going to be this like fluffy romance book, which I prefer. So I'm excited to read this, and Shaughnessy recommended it, so it has to be good. Yeah, so this is gonna be our second book of February. Book number 3 of our February TBR. Book number 8. Moving up to the top. We've had both of our books on the bottom, so we're going up to the top. Okay, I do have an idea of what this book could be because I have 2 hardback books on here and I know what both of them are. Let's just see which one it is because they're completely different genres. Yay! I'm so excited. I just got this book from Book of the Month and it is First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I'm obsessed with this cover. I love the colors of it. I think it's so cute. This book is about Aiden Valentine. He's the host of Baltimore's on-air love hotline, but the problem is he kind of doesn't believe in love anymore. Kind of given up on that until Lucy Stone calls in and she's actually asking advice for her mom. This interview ends up going viral. Everyone's obsessed with the interview and is talking about Lucy's love life and they want her to find love. But when sparks kind of start to fly behind the scenes, Lucy has to make a decision between this radio sponsored love story or man in the headphones next to her. This will be obviously like more of a fluffy romance, but you gotta have those in February because it's the month of love. So I'm very excited to put this on my TBR. This will be our 3rd book on February TBR. Book number 4 for February is number 19. Let's see what number 19 is. Here it is. We have the cute little heart wrapping paper. Let's see what this book is. Ooh, okay, this is Terms and Conditions. I think this was on my TBR cart in January, but I didn't pick it. It didn't give me a prompt to pick this one. We are going to put this on our February TBR. This is the 2nd book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. I love Lauren Asher's writing. Her books go so quickly for me when I'm reading them. I definitely like to add them to my TBR. I really enjoyed the 1st book. I think I gave it a 4 stars. This book's about Declan. He is supposed to become the next CEO of his family business, but in the clause his grandfather wrote, he has to get married to become the CEO. That's kind of a problem because he doesn't have a girlfriend. His assistant Iris ends up volunteering to be in a fake marriage with him so he can become the CEO and she can kind of have a life as well. Of course, they didn't expect to actually fall in love with each other and that is what ends up happening. This will be a fun little romance and I just love Lauren Asher's writing, so I'm excited to get into another one of her books this month. So this is book number 4 for our February TBR. Book number 5 of February is number 13, Lucky 13. Let's see what number 13 is. Oh my goodness. Okay, I actually didn't think this is the book, but I'm so excited. I'm actually so excited because this is the book that my Fable Book Club chose for our book to read in February. So I have to have this on my TBR, so I'm glad I pulled this one. But this is obviously The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I have never read it before. I know it's crazy. Like, I feel like every single person has read this book, but my book club voted to read this one. So maybe not as many people have read it as I think. I love the copy I have. It has the sprayed edge hearts on it and it's so cute. I read my first Lynn Painter book, which was Better Than the Movies, this past year, and I really loved it. I thought it was so cute and well written. This book is about Emily Hornby. She ends up reliving a disastrous Valentine's Day. Then she goes to bed and she wakes up the next morning and it's still Valentine's Day. She just keeps living this horrific day over and over again. And the reason it's horrific is because her boyfriend cheats on her, so she just keeps reliving her boyfriend cheating on her every single day, which sounds so terrible. But what also happens on this day is she runs into this guy named Nick in different ways. She just can't seem to get away from him. So when something good starts to come out of running into Nick, she doesn't know what's gonna happen when the universe finally stops dealing out these do-overs. I've heard a lot of people really like this book and it's obviously a perfect month to read it for Valentine's Day. So I'm really glad we pulled this one, and this is gonna be book number 5 of February. Let's go to book number 6 of our February TBR. Really mix them up here. 17. Let's see what book number 17 is. Here's book number 17. Let's open her up and see what we get. Oh my goodness. The universe is really giving me all the books that I would have picked on my own. This is Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. If you guys didn't know, last year I started reading the Skyland series by Kennedy Ryan, and she quickly became one of my favorite authors to read. I love her writing. I don't know, it just makes sense to my brain, and I love the character development, and I love the plot. But I've really gotten into Kennedy Ryan, so I decided to pick up Long Shot recently because I have not read this series. This is a hoops novel. This is a basketball romance series. The third Skyland book comes out this year, and I will be going the day up and grabbing that book and reading it because I'm so excited. I figured while I wait for it to come out, I should go back and read her other series just because I love her writing so much. So we're going to be reading Long Shot. This book is about Iris and August, and they end up meeting their senior year of college in a bar and kind of hit it off. They're super drawn to each other right away, but it's really bad timing because August is about to go into the NBA draft and get drafted to a team, and Iris is actually already in a relationship with basketball's golden boy, who is August's biggest rival. So it's obviously really bad timing, and Iris doesn't pursue that. They go on and live their lives, and August goes on to the NBA. Iris's public relationship is kind of blowing up behind the scenes. Everything is wrong. They're not right for each other. And so when August comes back into Iris's life, she kind of has to decide what she's going to do and if she's going to trust August and pursue that. I am so excited. I cannot wait to get into this series and start another Kennedy Ryan series. This is everything I could have hoped for in this poll, and I'm so excited to read this month. We're gonna do 2 more books because this is a short month. Book number 7 of February. Ooh, we got book number 1. Number 1. I actually know what this book is, and I am so excited. Okay. I am so excited. This book is book number 2 in the Crimson Moth series. This book actually just came out. I just finished the first book in January. I read it for my book club and I loved it. Ate it up, loved it so much. You guys know I'm not like super into fantasy, but it was a YA romantasy book and I just loved it. I totally recommend it to everybody. This is the second book and it just came out. It's called Rebel Witch, and I'm honestly not going to go into it because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read the first book, but you guys need to pick up this series if you haven't yet. It's so good. It's definitely a series I'm super excited to continue, so I am very, very excited that I pulled this one for our next book of February. Moving on to our last blind pull of February. Let's see what we get. Book number 9. Is that 6? Oh my goodness. Is this 6 or 9, guys? I pulled this and I don't know if it's a 6 or a 9. So I'm actually gonna open both number 6 and 9, which I just opened, which is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I also want to open number 6, and then for this last one, we're going to pick which one we want. Let's see what number 6 is. This is number 6. It's called Runaway Love by Melanie Harlow. Look at the sprayed edges, they're kisses. This like screams Valentine's Day. How can I not pick this one? I mean, also Love on the Brain screams Valentine's Day. To be completely honest, I don't know if I'm in the mood for this right now. I read a lot of Ali Hazelwood last year, so I kind of want to try some new authors. So I think I'm gonna pick this one. And I don't know if I really like this trope. We're gonna go with it and see if I like it. This is like a single dad nanny trope, and I don't really love this trope because I used to be a nanny. That is just so weird to me. We're gonna go with this one. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna enjoy this or not. I tend to just stray away from these books. It's not like a trope that I seek out at all. I don't think I've ever read one of these tropes, so this will be a first for me. This book is about a single dad. This stranded runaway bride shows up at his doorstep one day, which is so odd to me, but her name is Veronica. The dad is looking for a nanny for his kids, and she ends up showing up, and the kids love her and his parents love her, so he hires her as a nanny even though she has no experience. But of course he falls in love with her. Oh my goodness, should I not pick this one? We're just gonna try it. We're gonna give it a chance. We're gonna give it a chance and see how it is. This is going to be our last and final book for February. This was so much fun. Obviously never done a blind TBR. It was so much fun opening all these books and not knowing which ones I was gonna pull. So thank you again to Jensen for wrapping all these for me because it took her a while to do all these books. I really appreciate it. We have a lot of good picks for February and I'm so excited. A lot of them are romances, but we do have a couple like romanticities, which I've been getting a lot more into. So I'm excited to continue on with those. But let me know in the comments if you guys have read any of these and your thoughts on them, or which book you're most excited for me to read. And we're definitely going to be doing some reading vlogs with these books. I cannot wait. I hope you guys are excited for the month of February. I cannot believe we're already into the second month of the year. It's really shocking. Also, if you guys have stayed to the end of the video, I've been thinking lately that I want to change this book room. So if you guys don't know, this is actually technically our guest room, or like our second bedroom. Our main bedroom I don't film in. So this is kind of like my filming room, but also our guest room, and then obviously my book room when there's no guest here, which typically there's no guest here. But I've been really thinking about redoing the room. I wanted to know if you guys would be interested in seeing like a series about that, or I might do like a mini series on my Instagram and then a full YouTube video of a room makeover on this channel. If it's something you guys would be interested in, let me know in the comments. I really want to make this room exactly how I like it. And don't get me wrong, I'm obsessed with this room right now. It's like my favorite thing ever, but I just have some ideas brewing in my head that I want to turn into reality in this room. So let me know, but thank you guys so much for watching today's TBR video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one.